Police find a tunnel inside KFC, and stop cold when they realize who's on the other side. Who would have thought that a normal traffic checking routine would lead a team of officers to an abandoned fast food restaurant? An anonymous tip led the Homeland Security Investigations official to a closed KFC joint. While searching, they surprisingly found a secret tunnel. Carefully the officers followed the path. There was a door at the end. With guns in their hand, the man kicked the door and rushed inside. Everyone was left speechless when they saw the sight in front of them. It was kind of disappointing when a KFC place in Arizona was shut down, and most of them didn't know why. However, the restaurant had remained abandoned for a long time until the neighbors began to hear noises. People would often hear drilling and blasting noises. They also noticed a few cars parked outside for a long time. It was confusing. What possible work could be going on inside the isolated building whose paint has faded and is almost in the rubble? Everyone began to speculate that maybe the KFC joint was about to open again, and repair work was in progress. They couldn't be more wrong. The truth was far more jaw-dropping and unbelievable. The activities looked suspicious to people, therefore, they decided to inform the same to law officials. It had been a long day, and when the call came, the officer decided to let it go to voicemail. However, for unknown reasons, the man took the call, and his eyes went wide open after hearing the news. He immediately contacted the authority to issue him the search warrant for the isolated KFC building. Once permission was given, the team headed straight to the place for the investigation. While searching the fast food joint, one of them stumbled upon an 8-inch hole in the wall. The officers began breaking the wall, revealing a tunnel which was said to be 22 feet deep and traveled 590 feet underground. There were hundreds of wooden planks linked to the wall, and the team carefully went down. There was an eerie silence, and only their footsteps could be heard, but they continued. The team was alert to react, just in case, if there was someone hiding in the tunnel with arms and ammunition. They kept walking when suddenly, they heard the sound of footsteps running in the opposite direction. It was confirmed that they weren't alone, and at that moment, the head office also realized that the tunnel was built to enter Mexico. If you cannot go above the wall, then you can go under it. That's what the man thought. Finally, after walking for a long time, the officials stopped at a ladder which led them to a trapdoor in the ceiling. The captain signaled them to be prepared, and after taking a deep breath, the man opened the door. He was taken aback when he ended up underneath someone's bed. The man was looking around and noticed a long rope beside the trapdoor, but by the time he would find out the purpose of the rope, the officer heard noises. Looks like someone was coming through the tunnel, and a beam of the flashlight was being seen. The team hid and waited patiently for the stranger to show up. The moment he entered the trapdoor, his eyes widened. The felon had walked into the trap and was quickly handcuffed, while the suitcase that he was carrying was confiscated. During the investigation, the officers realized that they had just solved a big case by chance. Before the tunnel was discovered, a man was caught during a traffic routine checkup. The police were checking his papers and were about to leave him when suddenly the dog began to bark. The service animal sniffed the man's trailer and went ballistic. That's when the traffic police checked the trailer. Inside the trunk, they found 2 toolboxes filled with unlawful substances worth $1 million. The man was Jesus Ivan Lopez Garcia, who was taken to the court and sentenced to jail. During the secret tunnel investigation, it was known that Ivan had bought that deserted KFC building for $390,000 for his law-offending act. The court documents read this tunnel necessarily required a combination of several individuals on both sides of the border, engaged in an intricate, risky transnational conspiracy to construct such a secretive structure. However, this wasn't the first time that a secret tunnel was found. In 2016, an 800-yard tunnel was found starting from Tijuana to San Diego. Another was discovered in 2012, which began from San Luis Rio, Colorado, Mexico to San Luis, Arizona.